would pray to God. I said, God, I want to change the curse of poverty for my family. And it came natural to me that to be able to do that, I want to figure out how money works. How does money work? Well, I came to America because my father and my mother had this dream of us escaping the poverty. And my father suffered atrocities, losing all of his siblings. My mother suffered the same fate. I was suffering the same fate, losing all of my siblings. I think my mother and my father really said, for me to have a chance, we got to get out of that. We have to get this political sound. When I got here, my father was a janitor. He cleaned restaurants at night. And when I was about 14 years old, my mother had a stroke that left her paralyzed from the neck down. So they wanted to put her in a hospice hospital, and my father refused. He said, nah, if anybody's gonna take care of her, it's gonna be me. So he sits me down, he says, okay, Humble, you're gonna go to school all day, but you gotta take over the cleaning shifts at night. I remember like it was yesterday. I'd wake up at 5:30 in the morning, I'd be at the bus stop at 6:40, I'd be at school by 7:15, I'd get back by 3:30, I'll eat something, do my homework, take a nap, and by like midnight, my old man is dropping me off to clean all these different restaurants. It was in those moments I realized, okay, well, I want to change the curse of poverty for my life. And I pretty much had a direction that, when I go to school, I'm going to learn accounting, I'm going to learn finance, I'm going to learn entrepreneurship, I'm going to get into business. I think accounting is a core part of it. You have to have a deep understanding of accounting. When I got to college, my mother ended up passing away from that stroke. And we started to prepare her body back in Uganda to have a funeral there. And then when my father flew out to meet my mother for the funeral, he had a heart attack and he passed away. So I ended up losing both parents at relatively the same time. So after I got through that pain, I'm back in school, and I was in the library, and I read an article in Sports Illustrated that said 78 to 80% of all professional athletes are going broke 2 to 3 years after they retired. Man, it broke my heart. And the more I read about it, it was very disparaging towards these men of color. Oh, they're reckless, they're undisciplined, they're unintelligent. But it didn't make sense to me, because they all had these accountants and wealth managers and agents, so they did hire help. And it was evident to me at such a young age that the system had failed them. If you go to a hospital and 8 out of 10 patients are dying, 2 to 3 years, you don't call those patients reckless or unintelligent or undisciplined. You say, what the hell is going on with the doctors? That's the moment where I said, okay, this is why God kept me alive, right? To protect these families. Though I had lost my entire family, I feel like I could protect somebody else's family. The love and the trust and the care and the commitment comes from that kid from Uganda. My upbringing makes what I do not a career for me, you know what I mean, but a mission.